What's going on? Welcome to QVO Games. My name is Juan. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. This video is going to be a video about games I think you should be picking up in this current time of the year, which is where the sales are going on, your local flagship gaming stores having a great sale, your publishers are online having a sale, there are big supermarket stores, big box stores, Walmart, all that stuff having sales. And these are just going to be one specific game in each category that I think it's a great game, and I like it. Keep in mind, it's not a top 10 list anyway. I do enjoy a lot of these games. I do like playing them. I'm just kind of giving you what I think is the best game in that category. Keeping in mind, it's also the game you could buy in a sale, right? The whole point of the video is give you some games to look for when you go out for Black Friday shopping, board game shopping online, whatever you're doing to go buy a game on a deal. These are the games I think you should be looking out for. Not my favorite games in the world, but I still think they're great games and ones that you will find probably at a discount. Some games that I do enjoy, you can't really find at a discount sometimes. They're just games that stay priced the same way no matter what. Keep in mind, I did not post a Games Coming to Retail video this week, only because we don't really have any. We have one, and I think I'm just going to tie it in with next week's games. That way it can just kind of flow better instead of having one game for the video. So this is going to be the replacement video for that, and it is a day late. I did have some stuff going on family-wise I had to take care of, and yeah, now we're back. So this video, and we have another video coming up as well this week, which is something different only because I'm posting once a week. Let's get this video going. Games I'm going to be covering. It's going to be a two-player game, a solo game, a family game, a strategy game, a party game, and one that I think is all-encompassing. Has almost everything involved with it. Let's get going. The first game I'm going to talk to you about is going to be a family game by Command called Marvel United. Marvel United is... Okay, let's start off with the bias. I love Marvel. I'm a big comic book nerd. I love reading comic books. I have a comic book collection. I read graphic novels. I read a bunch of comic book stuff about Marvel, and I love Marvel. I love movies, the universe. So a little bit of bias here, so take what I say with what it is. However, when I play this game, I consider it a family game. A family game for me is a game that you can involve different ages, all different ages, right? Adults, kids, teenagers, and then you can also have a light, fun, fast game. That is why I picked Marvel United for that, only because I think it's a family game. It is cooperative. You can pick your favorite superhero, and the instructions or the rules are extremely easy and set forward. However, sometimes for the adult mind or someone who likes something more complex, it can be that sometimes, depending on the villain you're playing against. There's going to be a bunch of different villains who have a little more of a complex outing. You think you're going to win every time it's a family game? No, you honestly won't win every time because you just never know what cards are going to come out, how the villain will combo out, how the combos you'll have available to yourself, what will happen. And some of the villains are usually harder, right? The harder villains, there's actually a difficulty scale in villains. So that makes it a little more all-encompassing in the sense of all members of the family can enjoy. I play this with my nephews. I play this with my friends who are new to board games. I play this with cooperative gamers who I have in the family that we just enjoy cooperative games. And we have so much fun. I love it. I own all the expansions for it. And there's a lot of expansions in the wild. So if you get tired of this, you want some new characters, some new villains, you can go out and do that. The game is usually on sale. And the game has so much variability with extra expansions, of course. The original box does come with some heroes and villains, but it can be limiting. I love this game. I recommend it if you find it on sale, which usually year-round, and especially at this time, the game is usually on sale. It's a great game. Super fun. I enjoy it. There's even a campaign you can look for on BGG. If you look for a campaign, the campaign specifically just tells you, open this expansion, play through this scenario. And it tells you to go through a whole campaign story. It was fan-made. Super cool stuff. Marvel United. This is going to be my family game. If you see it on sale, pick it up. I love this game. I have everything, and I cannot wait to play some more because I have more stuff coming. Moving on, the strategy game that I believe you should be picking up is Lost Ruins of Arnak. This is going to be a pretty general view of how the box looks right here. It's going to be, I just couldn't find a good enough view and just something that wasn't just too over-branded, I guess, to kind of not make this video catered to a specific brand in some way, shape, or form. This is going to be Lost Ruins of Arnak. It's my strategy game pick. I picked this as a strategy game. It is one of my favorite worker placement games. I love Lost Ruins of Arnak. And you're probably going to find this on sale a lot of places. specifically even your FLGS, your flagship local gaming store, will probably have this on sale. It's a phenomenal game. It is amazing. Worker placement. You're going in as an expedition leader, right? You're going in and you're going to explore, explore different the temple and find guardians, fight them off. And the whole gist of the game is a little bit of deck building, worker placement. And when you're putting your characters down, you're going to be collecting resources. You're going to use those to gain points or move up on different tracks and go in and defeat guardians and reveal new guardians. And as you're doing that stuff, you're getting points for everything you're doing. I totally love this game. This game tickles that strategy, that like, I love it. It just makes me want to play more and more every single time. I never get enough of it. I really do enjoy it, the game. I love it, and I think everyone should at least try it once. If you're into games, worker placement games specifically, or deck building games, I think you should try this one out. If you played Clank, a little bit different in the premise, but I would definitely try out with it if you played Clank. If you played Dune Imperium and you like that, try this one out. Like I said, they're not exactly the same game in any way, but I do think Lost Ruins of Arnak holds its own within the strategy game realm. I love it. Lost Ruins of Arnak is going to be my strategy game pick, and yeah, this if you see it on sale, definitely pick it up. I'm going to be moving on now to a party game that I believe is phenomenal. Just One is by Repos Production is an amazing game. Jeez, it is like I bring it out at like game nights just to kind of like warm up a little bit and just kind of ease into things, and people love this game. Like Just One is like one of the best games ever in terms of party game and such like that. They do such a great job, and in the game, let me explain the game because I'm about to rave about it because I just played it actually again and I have so much fun every time. In this game, you're going to be playing a game of there's going to be a clue. And the clue, there's going to be a card with 5 words. You're going to pick a number. Usually people roll dice. We go in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is proper ruling that we don't follow. And we go through and you put a card in front of your little stand, right? You put it down. Everyone else is going to try to give you a hint, a 1-word hint on the word that is on your card and the number next to the number. The word that's next to the number on your card. Everyone's going to try to give you a hint. And when they try to give you a hint, the whole goal is to, yes, give the hint, but make sure your word is not the same word as someone else's word. Because the moment you do that, you are both kind of canceling out your clues and you're going to be putting them down. Therefore, the guesser is not going to have less clues. It is a cooperative game. It's not really a competitive game like charades in any way or a guessing game. It's all a cooperative game. Your goal is to help them. That is the goal. This game has always been a crowd favorite, and I think people love just being the guesser. Like that's like the best part about it. Only because it's fun to see like where your mind goes and your train of thought and your thinking. And people are always so down to play this game over and over again. We bring it out 10 times over. There's a lot of great information on Reapers Productions page here. See, here's some more things that I'm writing about. And if you have the same word, you cancel out. Great, amazing party game. If you see this on sale, pick it up. Or even if you don't, because it's not actually that expensive of a game. It is a phenomenal game. Or you're trying to reach like a free shipping threshold, this is a great game to throw on. One of the best party games out there. I really do enjoy it. All right, awesome. We're going to be moving on now to my favorite solo game that I think you should be checking out. Solo game is going to be Hadrian's Wall. So, a little bit of caveat. I think you guys, of course, Hadrian's Wall isn't just a solo game. You don't play the game by yourself. You can play the game by yourself, but you can also play with other people. There's a lot of solo games that I could have thrown on this list that I do enjoy. Usually finding them is difficult. Was my biggest thing about it. Finding them is difficult. Not just that, but they may not even be on sale. The whole point of this video is just what are you looking for that is on sale? Like if it's on sale, should you pick it up? And these are games that I'm mentioning to you. Hadrian's Wall is a pretty common game. And the reason why I recommend it is because the solo game of Hadrian's Wall is something that I love to play. The moment they throw this on Board Game Arena, Hadrian's Wall, which apparently it's coming soon to Board Game Arena, the online website to play games at, I'm going to be playing solo, and I hope they have a solo because it's so much fun. In Hadrian's Wall, it's a flip and write game. You're going to be flipping a card. It's going to tell you how many resources you're going to grab. You're going to grab your resources, and you're going to be using your resources on your 2 sheets of paper. Have you be building the wall, doing the puzzles and stuff on the right-hand side. We're trying to get the most points possible before the end of the game. I love this game. If you love resource management, and if you love X and right games, right? Like flip and right, roll and right, flip and rights. I recommend this game so much. I recommend it even at the solo version of it. If you're a solo gamer, this is such a great solo game. You go in, you try to beat your record every time, when you go in and beat your record, it's an achievement. Like you kind of realize the nuances of what's better, what's best. I haven't figured out the game entirely to its core yet, of like what is the best strategy to win. Usually most games usually have something like that, and of course it's the randomness of the resources you pool and such. But usually there's a track of something that kind of you figure out that's the best way. Haven't figured that out yet, and I love Hadrian's Wall. It is a phenomenal game. Super, super love it. At solo as well, and that is the point of this category. The category is a solo game. I think this is a great solo game. Take it with you, right? You can grab the sheet, the paper, the cards and stuff, and your tracker. Put it on a little paper bag, a little bag, and you can take it with you. Like if you're gonna go wait at a DMV, you're gonna wait in line somewhere. Go to a restaurant by yourself to enjoy a drink or a dinner, and you go and play a game with yourself. There are better games for that. They're smaller games, but this game holds up well because it's always such a great and fun experience. I love it. Hadrian's Wall has been my solo game pick. If you find it, see it on store shelves, on sale even, pick it up. It is phenomenal. I love, 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 love Hadrian's Wall. Great game. We're going to be moving on now to a two-player game. And yet again, this two-player game is going to be a game that you may not necessarily... It's not really just a two-player game. Spirit Island can be played at 3, 4, 5, 6 players even with an expansion now. And I think it plays best at 2. It is a phenomenal two-player game. Even I could maybe say 3 or 4, but I think 2 is the best because the game goes pretty quick, and you get to experience the whole game in a more lighter setting than having such an overwhelming board full of invaders and such, the colonizers. Spirit Island, you're playing as a spirit, and your goal is to defend the native land on an island, and there are invaders. The invaders are coming in, right? The colonizers are coming in. They're trying to colonize the land. And your goal as a spirit is to use your spirit powers. Have it be if you are the water spirit, the ocean spirit, the fire spirit, the lightning spirit. You're using asymmetrical powers to try to defeat or kill, I guess, the invaders, and try to keep the land sacred and have it be clean, not polluted and such. It is a phenomenal game. And like I said, the game isn't just a two-player game. The category is two-player games. This game can be played at 4 players, 3 players, solo even. This game is a great, great, great solo game as well. But at 2 players, it stands out. It does what it's meant to do, which is what I love. It's a cooperative game. So at 2 players, it is a cooperative game. And at 2 players, it is phenomenal. It is one of the best games out there, right? And as a whole, it's one of the best games out there. If you see Spirit Island on sale, I highly recommend you pick it up. People say it's difficult. I don't think it's difficult. Like, I think if you really play your best part, I rarely lose in this game. Rarely lose. And I highly doubt I'm playing the game wrong because I've played it so many times. I read the rule book while playing and such and trying to get all the rules down. But I love it. It's one of the best games ever. Spirit Island is a phenomenal game. If you see it on sale, pick it up. If you want a good 2-player game, pick this one up. It is going to be a common game. You're going to see it at least somewhere. Have it be at a big box retailer. They have it. They have it because I've seen it multiple times. Pick up Spirit Island. Great 2-player game. And honestly, it can be even best at 3 or 4. Not above 4. You're pushing it. And even good at 1. Let's move on to the last game. The last game, I'm going to make a little more of a thing, right? This game is going to be a game that I consider is all-encompassing. I said that's going to be a category. All-encompassing, as in it's great solo. It's a great family game. It's a great 2-player game. It's a decent strategy game, I guess. It's a little bit of strategy. There's a lot of strategy involved when you're playing your cards and such and managing your hand. But yeah, take my bias how it is. Marvel Champions is the game that I recommend. It's great solo. Best at 2. It's a great 2-player game. It's a great family game and I say great family game only because I think all ages can play. However, Marvel United is still a better family game, but it still works. It's a game that will involve the whole family. Everyone will be involved only because Marvel superheroes, children usually into that, and it's a little more complex and not as slow for a child to pick up. For like I don't know, it depends, maybe like an 8-10-year-old who isn't maybe an experienced gamer and board gaming can pick up. But Marvel Champions does hold its own in all categories. It really does, except Party, actually. Party is the only one you don't want to bust this game out. It's a great game that you can bring out for any different 2 players, solo. It's a great strategy game. Just tickle the mind enough to kind of kick you in and just think of a puzzle, how to solve what's going on. It has a lot of variability. I mean, there's so many expansions, and a lot of the expansions and the game. The main reason why I picked this one as well is because a lot of it's on sale. I'm seeing this. I looked through a couple sales now, and I'm like, yeah, this game is literally on everyone's list of like the doorbuster, right? Or like the markdown of like $30-$40 down, along with its expansions. Like the expansions are marked down as well. That's the biggest reason, like I said. You can find it. You can find it, and it's a game you can pick up at a discounted rate, which is kind of, like I said, the point of the video. Besides that, though, it's a phenomenal game. I love playing this game. If anyone asks me to play this game, I'll play it in a heartbeat. I'll play it. I'll pick a new hero. I'll run through it. I love it. I love Marvel Champions. It's a great game. The goal of the game, essentially, you're going to go in. You have your health trackers. Everyone has their starting health. That villain has its health. You're going to pick a villain. Each villain usually has a pretty different way of being played. You're even playing against, in some scenarios that you can pick up, of course, or modules, there's actually 4 different villains, or 4 or 5 different villains you're fighting at the same exact time. And they do a really good job. From each module you pick up, it doesn't feel like the previous one you've played. It does have its own little puzzle and like change up of how you play. And even the heroes as well at times can be like very different on the play style. It is an amazing game. Even the core box, the base game which you're looking at now, alone holds its own. You will play it for hours over and over and over again, and you can switch up. You can make Spider-Man a different aspect, have it be a justice, I have completely spaced the justice. I have spaced out. There's going to be also like the fighter, and I completely forgot here. Jeez. Okay. Regardless, yeah, the game has a lot of variability. You can switch up different aspects in the characters. They can play differently. You can build decks around them. Oh, what if this card and this card goes with it? It's a living card game, not a collectible card game. So, a living card game being that everything that you're going to be buying is labeled on the package. You'll know what you're picking up. It's not a random or a gamble with like TCGs and such like that. It's an amazing game, and I recommend it. This is going to be the one I recommend if you're just looking for something like more all-encompassing, except party games. Keep that in mind. Awesome. We're at the end of the video. We are at the end of the video. This is such a fun video to make. I was looking through. I love making list videos. It's so much fun because I don't know. I kind of question myself too. Like, oh, like, yeah, what game would be on my list if I did this? And I love going through because I really sit down on my iPad and I write down, I'm like, oh, this game and this game. Oh, but this game's better than this game. So I cross out this game. Oh, then I delete this game. And oh, man, but this game's better than this game. And I think this can be good there. And making these list videos are so much fun to me. So thank you for sitting around and enjoying this time of me talking about these games that I love talking about. Because I can't wait to play them all again, which hopefully will be soon because I am aching to play some Spirit Island Marvel Champions and Lost Ruins of Arnok with its expansions. Thank you for watching the video. If you're picking up anything from like some of the deals that are going on, have it be at your local gaming store, have it be some big box store, whatever it is. If you're picking up anything, let me know. I want to know. I want to know where these deals are at, just as much as anyone else does, or what's a great deal I should be picking up or looking into. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. This is a great year to just pick up some games at a discounted rate or usually a better price, and then just play them out through the year. Enjoy your games. You're going to have holidays coming up and such with family gatherings, so just one game can be that game or a different game you pick up. Thank you for making this far into the video. I appreciate it. Have a good one.